Hello, welcome to Sanctuary. Some of you, when you arrive at Sanctuary, will notice that the door is open, and for you it will be easy to get in. You'll just walk through. While others of you will notice that the door is closed. I randomized a few things within this mod which should make it interesting each time you play. The creatures are not supposed to be contained necessarily. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're in the compound. Other times, they're not. When you first come in, you'll notice that over here is a place where the power is, and also where you can store other monsters. You can trick the monsters sometimes to go through gates and then lock them in there, thus allowing you to get in there without being harmed. Over here, coming in, is a locker. The first key card opens every door in Sanctuary but one. And the house. It doesn't open the house. When you open the doors, you'll notice you can come in, and you will find, sometimes you'll find a dead raider, and she'll have the other key card. Sometimes she won't be dead, and it won't be so easy to get it. The other key card opens a door that's here for the power generator, and there's a well also. The first key card will open all other doors, and as you can see, there's a little bit of fun here. If you don't have a key card, you're going to be stuck outside. You could go right or left. Going left is the long way. It'll take you a while. But if you go all the way around to the front of the building, you'll notice far at this end, almost to the front entrance, there's a ladder. You can come up this ladder and thus get into the Sanctuary. Once you're in the Sanctuary, sometimes that door will be open on the house. Sometimes it will not. When you make your choice, going right is not recommended. Bad things are to the right. Things you might not want to confront when you first come out of Vault 111.
Need to find the card.
You could also go to the right, and this is kind of a spoiler, but if you look really hard, you see I've done a lot of work. And there's some hidden things that I'm not going to tell you them all, but some of them, such as this, is something you hopefully will have fun with. Now when you come to the front of the house, of course, you won't be able to get in. You can talk to Codsworth. Codsworth can open the door.
What?
Food?
Yeah,
Sure.
I need a
I need a minute to think.
Once Codsworth goes to open the door, you will find that the key is easily accessible on the center counter. If you can't get into the house, for some reason, Codsworth is not cooperating, or you've already talked to Codsworth, you can unlock the house from the terminal. And thus grab the key, and you won't need to use the terminal again. For those of you who have lost all hope, can't have a key, can't find key cards, I have hidden down under the bridge in the main front of the mod a box. It contains both key cards and the key to the house. The terminal is very useful. There's a lot of things it can do. First thing you must do before building robots is accept the shipment. Now shipments will be repeated and they're not always parts. You could actually be shipped a robot or something else. When you add a robot, add them to this group. That allows you to control that robot or all other robots you add to that group from the other terminal. You can customize your robot however you want them. Kind of looks like the old Lost in Space bad robot, for those of you who remember that series.
Actually, I'll be back.
Understood.
Now if you go to the terminal after creating robots that are added to the group, you'll notice Created Robots Control. From here you can have a little fun no matter where your robots are. Now settlement, you may want to add something. First thing you're going to have to do is establish power. Power is established over here on top of the generator. You must first connect the generator to the case and you'll notice that the power goes up. From there you connect to the first terminal, to the terminal here, across to the terminal there. The other terminals are for things you might want to run power to, switch on and off. There's some other things around here, but I'm going over the primary here connections of what needs to be connected to get the street lights on, the spotlights to work. Yes, there's spotlights. And to also allow the transporter to work. And yes, there is a transporter. Use this pylon. The other pylon will not work with the transporter or some of the other features. It's there for extra power, but that's the main pylon that you just saw. Once you've connected power, the streetlights should be on. Once you have power, you'll notice that under turrets there's wireless spotlights. Now if you create these without power, they won't work correctly. You'll have to move them. If you create them with power, they should work fine. You can put them anywhere. There's 9 of them. Once they're created, if you go back to the main terminal again, you will notice spotlight control. From here you can diagnose the spotlights, turn them on and off, even target yourself so that when you're walking around the facility, the spotlights follow you. The transporter has many features. Some are hidden. Some take a while to happen. But pretty much you can transport objects and you can transport yourself. When you initially start, there's only one beacon found. Once the transporter activates, it sends the object to wherever that beacon was. You can look on your own map and find the object that you transported. You can also go back to the terminal and follow the object to wherever you transported it. There's also some hidden features which some of you private message me. I might show you how to get to these. Under the main terminal, you'll notice a thing called Red Rocket Express. Since my first mod was Red Rocket, here you will find a bridge that actually is created to go across to the Red Rocket. You'll notice that after you activate the bridge, you won't be able to move because of the force field. That's so that you don't end up in a wall. This bridge can be deactivated as well. If you look around Sanctuary, you'll see I added quite a few things. There's a doghouse, there's some plants, a divider, a trailer, some place to cook, just things for atmosphere. Some of them serve no purpose. There's the original automobiles. There's brush. Some of the brush, if you get attacked, does serve a purpose. You can hide behind it, shoot around it. It also protects you from some of the creatures that might make it their way into Sanctuary. Now I'm taking you around the outside of the Sanctuary just to show you it's quite big. Most areas you could plant with some kind of structures, but some of you might not like the fact there's some trees, some rocks, the doghouse. I don't know, you might not like something. I've made Sanctuary somewhat customizable. From the terminal, under the debug part of the terminal, you can turn things on and off. Now, there's a couple of things under the debug option I would not mess with, like the first couple, unless you have a problem with the robots or something like that. But here you can turn on and off things. I'm going to turn everything off to show you the difference. Now if you look, the car is gone, the divider, the doghouse, all the brush, the trees. There's still some stuff, but for the most part the land is more empty. You can build more things. It can be tailored better. I hope this mod enthuses you, you enjoy it, it does a lot for you. I hope that it's useful. I hope to update it. I'll take suggestions, anyone has any. And anything can happen in this mod. I mean, just like anything in the game, sometimes unusual, strange, and peculiar things happen. And some of the bugs and quirks actually might turn to be features. I hope you enjoy it.